So this video is a clip from a call that I had with one of my clients, which was supposed to be a testimonial, but kind of went in to become a marketing ramble with one of the best operators I know. He's been getting a 5.7 ROAS, almost a 6 nowadays in the US, in the healthcare industry, running quiz funnels, and I thought it was super interesting to share with you guys. So I'll let you enjoy it. If you want to get into contact with him, I'll leave his Instagram in the description. Enjoy.
Yes. So my name's Osahan, and first of all, I started as director of operations for multiple agencies. So I am doing that kind of as well, but right now I'm focusing on media buying. So I'm running Facebook ads directly on Meta right now for our clients, and we have clients in multiple industries, mainly in the healthcare industry. So we run client strips specifically to a quiz funnel. So as doing that, as obviously I love to nerd out, I wanted to make sure that the data that we're feeding back to Facebook is accurate. So I was going on YouTube, I was going on Google, searching about different things in terms of the pixel. First layer of what I learned is just the basics. Obviously, you get the pixel that Meta gives you, and then the second layer, as we all know, is CAPI. So I was using the go high level method where I'll just have a workflow and I'll have a webhook and then I'll send it back to Facebook. And then I was like, okay, this is good to go, right? And then I went on YouTube and I saw your video and I was like, wait, what? And I saw that was a long video. So I actually saved it. I was like, yo, I'm gonna concentrate on this and actually watch it. And then when I watched the video and then especially the way you explained it, I'm like, yo, well, this is crazy. So I'm thinking that, okay, this is something that is gonna have to cost me money. And then when I saw that you were giving it for free, I was like, bro, there is no way that I was like, there's no way this guy. And I remember that day specifically, I think it was like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. Bro, I didn't sleep until like, what, 3 or 4? Because I was like, you know what? I'm just going to nerd out on this. Let me try and set it up like right now. So I downloaded it, went through everything, watched the video at least twice to try and understand it. And then I set it up. I was like, you know what? Let me just book a call with them just so obviously you want to understand the technology even more. So that's why I booked a call with you, and then we got to connect, and you even explained it a lot more than I thought. So that was just basically my journey, just saying, hey, I know a lot of people have been complaining about attribution issues when it comes to Meta, and how can I solve that without using the basic common pixel that everybody's doing and going a layer deeper in order to actually get that data and make sure that it's accurate. So that was my main reason for.
I understand. And I guess like the question that would make most sense to ask right now for you, because obviously there's a lot of software solutions, that kind of mimic, this type of stuff. For you, like as a proper operator, why would you go more towards the route of like, hey, I want to build this like internally, I want to understand this, rather than just, subscribing to some software who will probably get a percentage of the revenue they track for you? Like why would you choose one over the other? Or like if someone were to ask you like, hey, should I do this or that, like what would you tell them?
Perfect question. And I like the fact that you started out with being an operator. Being an operator is you need to understand exactly what's going on. If I'm using a software, yes, they can have tutorials, but it's not under the hood. In order for me to actually understand what's going on and then see the value, I need to understand step by step what's actually going on. So that's the difference between just having a software and then working with a growth operator like you to actually understand under the hood the technical aspects of what's going on. Because the better information that I have of the technical aspects, the more that I can utilize that into the optimization of the campaigns that I'm running on Meta, right? Because, for example, if anything happens to those software or something happens, it's out of my control. I just like the fact that every incremental step is within my control because I'm looking at the step-by-step process under the hood, right? Versus just using software. And softwares can tell you anything that you want to hear, right? They might be having issues on their own back end. They're not going to voice that to their customers. So you're only limited to the UI that you see, right? But if you have control on the back end, and you need to make certain adjustments based on certain clients, then you can definitely do that. So that's the main reason why I see you as more as a value add compared to just a front end UI software.
And that makes sense. And honestly, it's very scary because like I see a lot of people spending a lot on ads. Like they're legitimate media buyers. Like they're spending, like sometimes upwards of 500K, $1 million on ads a month.
Correct.
and they don't know anything, like in terms of attribution, pixel placement, all of that, and they just hand it out to a software. But the problem is, like, it's not just like the tech part is the simplest part out of it. Like, getting it to work is the simplest thing, but understanding why to work and when to make it work is the thing that makes most sense. And so, like, for you, like, have you seen any like change or improvement that you would compare to in terms of like the results you've been getting with your ads before and after having proper attribution?
100%. I've seen great changes, and I'll say that the major change that I've seen is the quality in the booked appointments.
Okay.
Right? It's really the quality in the booked appointments. And another feature that you had that I think that's even helping us save more money on Meta is the bot filtering. Because people forget that part as well, as the bot filtering. Imagine how many bots are running through your funnel and skewing your data. So the fact that you can't filter that, right? So the fact that you have that bot filter there is not also helping us save money. So the whole concept of what you're building is supposed to give us cleaner data so that we can make more money. But not only are you helping us make more money, you're also making us save money by extracting all those bots that are going in that we all know that everybody has with their funnel. Every single person has this issue, trust me, of having. And sometimes they don't even know that. Like, they don't even know. Like, the average person that's running ads, they don't understand that.
That's the problem with that. Like like it's again, like I keep saying the same thing, but it's so scary because like I was at a certain point in my life where I didn't get any of this, and I just kind of naturally stumbled into it, running ads and stuff. But it's like some very skilled people, and like sometimes they're putting it all of it into making better ads, making better funnels, making everything, and they just don't know that you're dealing with a machine that understands just purely data. And if the data that it's getting is absolutely crap, like you want, it's impossible for you to get anything, no matter how good it actually is. And also, like, the space is empty. Like, there's no one talking about this stuff. So it's very like these updates have been around from 2020. Like, we're on to the 6th year of this really affecting the market. And the market is so ignorant to it. It's such a gray area that no one really understands. And you just, they just keep relying on the softwares, which do work. But again, you don't know where to place the pixel, and you don't know when to activate it, and you don't know when to whatever. And it's honestly, it's crazy. And for you, I guess, like, since you said you're running it in healthcare, you haven't ran into any data, protection issues or?
No. So basically, also, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the data that we send back, we're not sending back sensitive data. And even if Meta actually filters that, because the Meta also has their own policies for those type of filters as well. So we're not doing that. And then the questions that we ask are very, very basic questions, because you got to understand that we can't even ask those like in-depth, like health type of questions. We don't do that. So it's very basic, like almost marketing questions, just so they can see that, hey, we understand that you might be having certain issues, but then it's in the consultation that they go more in depth into that. So we're just getting them into the call. We're getting them into the meeting, into the consultation, and then the health provider is that's when they go into more details about some of the issues that they're having. So that's what makes us stand out, because a lot of times, if you're a marketer, a lot of marketers don't know what they're doing. So they do a lot of like issues that can be flagged, and by asking questions that they're not, just keep it simple. Highlight that you understand exactly what they're going through, and then let the health provider do what they do best on the back end, meaning as in once they come into the consultation and then they come into that, let them handle that part. So we're just getting them into the door. The health provider takes them to the next step.
Yeah, makes sense. And have you been also triggering the backend data, like the events that happen IRL, like when a show happens, when a close happens? Have you also been using that?
Correct. Yes. I've been using that. And also something that's valuable, that I love the fact that you mentioned that as well, is by putting the dollar amount on the value of each one that we're sending back. Because like you said, it is a machine, right? So not just you sending it back, but putting the actual value of what that book call might cost when they close. Because now not only are you giving Meta information about the people that are closing so they can find you similar people, but then you're adding to that information as well, layer stacking, so that Meta knows that, okay, this type of person converts, and also this is the amounts within it, so I can even go a step deeper to find you that exact match. So and I think that's a good value as well.
Yeah, I think honestly that's one of the things that ecom does way better than call funnels, like lead people basically. Is that they only trigger on purchase and repeat purchase, so their algorithms are always optimizing for people with their credit cards out. But then like you go online and you see marketers running lead ads, any type of funnel that interacts with humans, they're like, oh my god, I'm getting brokies all the time, blah blah blah. Whereas the fix is just to mimic what the ecom guys do, which is
100%.
hand the algorithm way better data.
100%. I love the fact that you highlighted that. I didn't even think about it like that. It's true, because they are optimizing for purchase. But we all know that if you're working in a business that requires leads, you're optimizing for leads. Yeah. Right. But leads is not purchase. So what's the best way to mimic that? By adding that value and sending it back to Meta. Because the algorithm is super smart, bro. Like it's an intelligent algorithm. But
it's a $1 trillion company.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It needs that. It needs that. You can't just say, hey, I'm just going to send a random data and then wish for the stars. No, it needs that data. That way you can now help your sales team. You can help that side execute even better, because now they have more valuable data to go off of. And then you're saving time too. You're not getting tire kickers on the call. You're getting people that are actually valuable, that want to convert, that want to pay for your services.
And it's like, the thing is even people, marketers, running these type of funnels also, they don't know there's 500 different types of lead events that you can send. Like you might you can send the lead event for everyone that comes through the funnel, or you can isolate it to specific level of lead or whatever, and then you just have these people ripping ads, that everyone who clicks on the link is a lead, and then going on crying about how Meta ads is stealing their money on Reddit. And it's laughable and sad of how deep this issue goes, and how much of an effect it actually might have. I was talking to one of my clients, and we helped him set up a similar thing too. And the guy's cost per call went from $34 to $24, and that might sound like $10, but it's 30%. And guess what? Now he has he used to book 60 calls a day, now he books 80, for the same amount of ad spend. And 100%. It's that's just one layer of sending enough data. Imagine after a few months, when you're only triggering the right people on the pixel, blah blah blah, and it's again, it's crazy. We're in the LLM age, and people don't even consider it as an option. When you go on any YouTube video online on how to set up Meta ads, they don't talk about it.
Exactly. And then and I like the fact that you put that, because another thing that I was going to mention is, how a lot of marketers always talk about qualified lead.
Yeah.
And they do the qualification on the front end part through friction, which is great, because you're asking questions in order to qualify the leads. But then having on the back end as well. So on the front end, you're doing the right thing. Yeah, you might even ask some questions. There might be some drop-offs, because and those are not the people that you want. But if you're qualifying on the front end on a CRO basis, meaning as in maybe through the quiz funnel, you should also do that on the back end. Because one, you have the bots that are filtering them out. Two, the events that you're sending back to Meta also has the value as well. So it's even going to make it better, because you're now doing it both on the front end and on the back end. And I think that's a great point that you brought up specifically for call funnels, is because the e-commerce side, they're already winning on that edge, right? So now we need to win on this edge in terms of the call funnel side.
That's why they're the biggest spenders, the e-com guys. Because they have way better quality of data, and since everyone is running on Shopify does most of the data handling stuff natively for them, so they never have to deal with our problems, of doing everything on our own, of having to pick up the phone, talk to people.
Exactly.
I saw a reel of a guy who was cold calling people who dropped off his Shopify check the store or whatever, and he was why are these people so rude? And I'm like, bro, welcome
to the lead.
Welcome to leads people live, welcome to sales people live. But it's very interesting. And I guess for you, because you're running quiz funnel, even if general advice, not even data stuff, what would you say is the thing that you felt impacts most like the quality of people coming through your quiz funnel, with the tests that you run, all that?
Yeah. So actually, like, I'll even go a step back because you have to first talk about, because your click-through rate is determined by the type of ad that you're pushing out, right?
Yeah.
So I like to make sure that the ad is speaking to a specific persona.
Mm-hmm.
The ad has to speak to a specific persona, and then you have to test angles on that specific persona. So
Okay.
before they even get to the quiz, I need to capture their attention and let them know, like, hey, either you have a problem that we can help you solve, or we hear you and we know who you are directly. So talking to a persona, from that persona, I'm picking a specific angle and then dropping an offer, and then they get to the quiz funnel. On the quiz funnel, and I don't know if you've heard about Perspective. I don't know if you've heard about Perspective, but they're basically a software that
Mm-hmm.
focuses on quiz funnels, and
Okay.
then they're attributed to have like really fast load speeds.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a super technical person, you can make your own funnels and then
Yeah.
do it on GHL. We all know that. But if you're not, you can use Perspective, because Perspective focuses on that. But making sure that you're reducing friction in terms of not confusing people when they get on the funnel,
Yeah.
not having distractions. Like,
Mm.
there's no reason why on your funnel you should have multiple buttons and
Yeah.
being able to go to this page and that
Yeah.
page.
Just
No,
have the
it
ugliest
should
funnel possible with like click here, click here, click here.
something simple where anybody can understand, and then
Yes.
also make the questions easy to understand. Because just think about it, it's a journey. You're taking them through a journey.
Yeah.
They've accepted that they want to go on this journey with you. Don't make that journey hard. That's it, just on the
Yeah.
simple terms. Don't make it hard. So let them flow through. Make sure you qualify them, and then make sure that flow is seamless. And then always test. That's something that people don't do. They might do the first round of testing and say, hey, I've set this up. Let me just put my info, and then just see that it runs through, and then just leave it there. No, always test. And if you want to nerd out like how I do, right? You can even, like, there's sessions where you can watch sessions and see what people are doing on the funnel. So you can see
With
where the
clarity.
friction points are.
Yeah.
Thank you. So if you want to really, especially if you're spending a lot of money, you need to have someone on your team that's doing that. So when you say, okay, let me view some sessions that's going on, and then let me see where people are getting like a large amount of, and this is all CRO stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let me see where a lot of large people are getting stuck at, and then let me optimize that.
Yeah.
So those are some things.
Yeah. At the end of it's like the more you test stuff, it's basically trying to get more data. And the more data you have, the more ideas of iteration you have, and the more iterations you do, the more winners you probably have. Like
100%.
if you don't do anything and you just do so many inputs that you get so much, data and feedback from it, and you just iterate on that, you just, make your ads work and scale. Like, you don't even have to go, all the, going up and down and bit gaps and lookalikes and Java dev. Just spend more, put more creatives into it, try more stuff,
100%.
and with the feedback that you're getting, you get, and it's crazy because almost everyone's problems that I see running ads for their agency, info, media buying, whatever offer, is that obviously they don't know what to do to get to the next point. But the answer is always in the behavior of the people going through their funnel right now.
Correct.
And it's like, you get to a certain point, like if you're spending $100,000 a month on ads, you won't find the answer in an info product, or a coach would tell you the answer. Like, the answer is probably way too specific for your particular offer, that you should just be, again, autistic with the data, that you're just, just looking at every, like, how people are behaving on the funnel, how people are, where people are clicking, whether they drop off, like become basically a CRO addict.
Exactly.
And that's like kind of the only way to get better at a certain point. You just
100%.
keep, you keep stacking that 0.1% improvements with tests until you eventually get to a 10% improvement.
Yeah, 100%. Incremental steps as well.
Yeah.
But you have to be testing. And I like the fact that you mentioned that, because think about it, before Andromeda, I know media buyers were going crazy on the bid caps and this strategy and that strategy and all that.
Bro.
They were doing all crazy stuff, and trust me, it would work, right? Because that's not where Andromeda is focused on. But ever since they got these NVIDIA chips, bro, they've had the capability in order to expand on their GPUs. So now you only have to focus on the creative.
Just make more ads.
Thank you. They will find it for you. Don't worry. You don't need to like stress too much. So
Yeah.
focus on the creatives and make sure you have a strategy around the creatives and
Yeah.
also volume as well. You need to make sure that you're pushing volume, having your good your campaign structures going on correctly, and then let Andromeda have
Yeah.
carry the heavy load for you. That's it.
People don't understand what volume means to. Like they think volume is 10 ads a month. You know? Like that's the problem. They don't know what volume. Like
Or
you
Mosley
need to be
talks about that a lot, man.
you need to
Yeah,
be
it's
doing
crazy.
50 ads a week.
Yeah. It's not your mere 10 ads. And I feel honestly, bro, and I feel it for some people. You know why? Because a lot of these guys are business owners, right? So they have stuff that they're focusing on. So like they don't see content as, and one guy I was watching, he actually framed this correctly. Don't see content as a cost narrative, see content as a revenue narrative.
Yes.
So your mindset on content has to shift. You can't see it as, oh my God, I gotta do this, it's gonna cost me this, it's gonna cost me that. You gotta shift it to, no, this is gonna make me this, because that's where things are moving now. It is content, right? It's not even where you have to go crazy on it, having like 500 editors. Sometimes you just holding your phone, bro, and doing, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the more attempts at goal you do, like the more you'll eventually score.
Facts.
And again,
Facts.
like I just started taking content seriously because again, like the meta is changing of what actually works, and I start really taking into it, because content at the end of the day and ads, they're both media. You know, they're both trying to get attention.
Yeah.
And it's like you just need to do so many reps to actually see not just improvement in the way you do things, the way you produce things. Yes, you can get your base level to a certain point, but you just need to do so much for the market to tell you, okay, this sticks. Because like you can sit in your room and do something really well, like you thought you did really well, but the first 100 people that see it, they don't do, they don't care about it, they skip away. So now that that reel or that ad is dead. And maybe if another 100 people saw it, maybe it would have worked. But
100%.
Sad life, it didn't. So
100%.
if you have like just 100 times shot at goal, more than your average advertiser online, you just be able to make so much more money just because you're doing so much more. Like you're just getting way more feedback for yourself and for the platform too. Like you just keep spamming it and spamming it and spamming it. Just look at your data after it. Okay, this worked. Let me just do the same thing again. You don't have to be a genius.
100%. And then it's true. And so like, I like to divide it between like organic and paid. For paid, one thing that I want to add to just some gems here is, even if you solve for volume, you have to make sure that you have different ad types, because just pushing a talking head and thinking that's you're making iterations there. No. Why? Because Meta is going to bundle you into one package. Also, not every customer resonates with talking heads. Some customers resonate with statics. Some customers resonate with maybe podcast styles. Some customers resonate with like street interview styles. So making variations in your ad types is also important. Why? Because Meta has that data. They know the specific customers that convert with static, convert with talking head, convert with street. So not just pushing volume and saying, hey, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just going to change the headline and then change this, and then that's what you call iteration. No, also the ad types as well is a good point of iterations too.
Yeah. Just have a list of formats that you can try and just do so much. Do so much that wouldn't make sense for it not to, not for something at least to stick. And it's very interesting that Meta is going this way, because GPT is obviously testing ads right now.
Yeah.
And I think the best, the best scenario for any advertiser is to be able to say the right words to the right person at the right time at their right emotional state. And I think like, I don't know, maybe in a decade, 2 decades with LLMs, with chatbots, we'll get to a point where they know exactly what words to say and what point to advertise your product or your offer or whatever. So now we can, start getting a bit of that, maybe a few percentages of how powerful that can be with the new updates to Meta, with being very specific to the angles.
Correct.
So it's definitely like I see people still trying to media buy like it's 2022. And I'm like, just push more creatives. That's the only way it works. Like creatives. Now, just do more creatives, have good data, going back into the algorithm, and you'll probably find out that that something works, and
100%,
it's advertiser heaven. Like you can just direct that specific angle at that very
Mm,
specific person at the specific time, like that's
yeah,
the best case scenario for any
100%.
advertiser.
For us now too, we're actually strict with the clients that we take in. We don't take clients that are not content focused. We don't do that. We
Okay.
even make it simple for you. Like wherever state you are in, we can find a studio for you. If you want to do shots within your clinic in your area, you can do that. We can even get a Uber Black for you. Like
Yeah.
just to let you know, like, hey, content is serious. You have to take it serious. And if you don't take that serious, we can't even bring you on. Just because we know that it's not going to convert for you because you're not going to give us the data that we need in order to make your ads work. So we always push that on the calls, like, hey,
Have
you
you
need
seen
to be
a
content
big
focused.
difference in like
100%.
running ads with accounts with content and no content?
Huge difference. First of all, the time delay, I would say, is the biggest one, right? Because the ones that are not, and also that's on you if you didn't make that, like if you didn't put that prior to them signing on, if you didn't let them know that, that's on you. You can't really blame them because you didn't let them know, like, hey, we're going to be big on content. But what I've noticed is that when we shifted from letting them know prior to them signing on, is that they've already have that in the back of their mind. So they've created space for that aspect. So they know that, hey, we need to shoot this amount of, not everybody's going to push out crazy volume like Ramosi, right?
Yeah.
But at least they have it in the back of their mind that, hey, I need to make content a priority. So I've already put some slots down in my calendar to make that happen. And then it works out for them.
Yeah, and the logic behind content too is very interesting because like what you're trying to, like, you're not trying to go viral as a business, obviously, because like you're most likely in a very niche market, all of that. But what happens is, let's say like if you post a video today and 100 people saw it, okay, you post a video tomorrow, the same, like out of the same pool, only 80 saw it, but now that 80, they saw, I don't know, 20 minutes of you in the last 2 days, and you post again tomorrow and only 60 saw it, but the same 60. And by the end of it, by the end of the week, you have 10 people who watched 18 hours of your content. And it's just like dealing with those type of people on sales, like when you're trying to sell to them, it's just the best thing ever because it's like, hey bro, I have this thing, do you want to get it? And they've just
100%.
consumed so much, and you know, they've been hit by propaganda basically by you, that they will not have objections and you will just buy into it. And it's so important nowadays because like cold audiences are like tapped out, you know, like it's almost
100%.
impossible to convert absolutely cold because everyone has seen ads, everyone has seen offers. Like it still works, I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's like nowhere near as 5-7 years ago. So it's like if you're not like if you don't have any aspect of content right now, like you're losing so much money because it gives you like way better feedback to use into ads for yourself. You'll know you're basically testing media for free. That's the first thing.
Correct.
You're training your algorithm for free without spending your hard-earned money, and
100%.
you're also just you keep retargeting people forever. Like you just hammering them with your own ideas,
100%.
and you can see it from politics. Like when they run a campaign, like they're just buying media everywhere, and you just hear their name 18 fucking times a day.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And then that's even seeing it on the technical side, but let's even flip to the consumer side, right? Even on the consumer side, it's this concept that I like to call you're selling the farm and then you're providing the implementation. What that means is you're providing the value. A lot of people like to gatekeep, and that's why I resonated with you a lot. Not even, bro, for you to have a customer tell you how you know that you're providing value is if a customer tells you, how can this be for free?
Yeah.
That's the number one question that you know that, okay, I'm providing value. Because I literally asked you that. I'm like, bro, how can you have this here for free?
Yeah.
So that means that you're putting value into the ecosystem, and that value is going to resonate with the same person that you want to work with. And then they're busy, right? They're business owners, unless they're super, super technical. They're not going to try and get into the weeds and trying to get, I need to fix this.
At the first sign of a bug,
so that's when you come in, you help them with the
it.
implementation there. Exactly. We'll handle it for you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So providing value, just wanted to zone in on that aspect. Providing value as well on your content and I saw that you were doing that. Remember the videos that you were posting? It was value based. Like, hey, you'll pick a topic and then you provide value. That's how you do it. And then guess what? People are saving that. They're saving it. Yeah. Click save.
Yeah. Especially in B2B, like what people don't realize, you don't need 10,000 followers or 1,000 even. like with B2B, like the 1B has so much money in comparison to 1,000 Cs
Correct.
that you just need them to like you too much and to get too much value from you,
Correct.
that you'll just need a small pool of people that will convert, you
Correct.
know, into anything that
Correct.
you'd want to convert them to, basically, and you can just, you know, just rip out value at the market, and the
100%.
market, you know, the market will reward you. And it's,
Mhm.
I mean, it's a very interesting, you know, market to be in currently,
Mhm.
because it's
Mhm.
kind of shifting. Like last few years have been all, you know, like very heavily direct response, you know,
Yeah.
call info funnels, you know, biz
Yeah.
offs,
Mhm.
you know, just rip out Hormozy offers,
Yeah.
guarantees. But the market now is so desensitized to it that the
Mhm.
only actual way to get to a certain scale with paid, like even just put
Mhm.
content to the side, what you make from it, with paid, like you
Mhm.
really need people to like you for it to work.
Yes. Correct. 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 Yeah, they have to that, and it's important. And
Yeah.
what's the best way to get people to obviously be a nice person, but besides
Yeah.
that, also is providing value. That's how you
Yeah.
get
No,
people
that's the most, like
to like you.
you can be a
Mhm.
dickhead, but if you're very valuable, like you will still make money. You know? Like, you know, I don't know if you saw it, like on IG, the guy that calls people and swears at them on the phone.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
calls
yeah,
people.
yeah. I saw that.
Some
That's
of them
so
still do
hilarious, man.
convert. You know?
They still, I know there's that shock value because
Yeah.
especially for sales
You
guys,
wanna
and
make
because
some
I've done
fucking
sales.
money?
Yeah,
Fuck you.
because it's the opposite typically with sales. Sales, you
Yeah.
always want to be the most polite. Oh my god, I don't want to like a feather, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they flip the switch on them, so they're like shocked. They're like, "What?" And then you see people like, "Oh yeah, we can have a meeting at this time."
Yeah.
You're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but, like, and
crazy.
also, like, people forget AI is coming for everyone. Like, what's your, like,
Yes.
your mode will become you, you know? Like, no one can
Mm-hmm.
mimic, like, yes, you can train AI on your SOPs and your sales calls
Mm-hmm.
and your
Mm-hmm.
recordings and whatever to get your voice of it, but still, like, if you build a certain following, like, doesn't even have to
Mm-hmm.
be big. It just has that you need people in your market that like you.
Yeah.
It's just like this
Exactly.
free mode, you know, and you can be
Mm-hmm.
so bad at everything else. You can be bad at sales. You know, like you can be bad
Mm-hmm.
at, you know, making funnels, at marketing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
As long as people like you
Yeah.
enough, you will have enough flow to never
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with those problems. You know?
Yes, 100%, 100%. That's why I think it's very important. It's very valuable. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, the whole AI coming for everybody thing. Trust me, it's crazy.
The way
It's
I see
crazy,
AI,
man.
like especially in this space, it's coming for everyone who was already bad. You know,
Mm,
like
mm,
like it's I see it as an amplifier in a sense,
mm.
and
Yeah.
like good marketers or good operators, they will just
Hmm.
become so much more like better, you know, like cloud
Yeah.
agents all the day,
Yeah. Correct.
seven
Correct.
terminals running all the time. But the
Mm,
bad marketers or bad operators, they just become worse, because like AI at the end of
yeah.
the day, it's not sentient up until this point at least.
Yes. 100%.
And you need to know how to guide it in a sense. It's like you're driving a
Correct.
car,
Well,
you know,
I was gonna
like
mention that. Hmm.
if you have the best car in the world, if you don't know how to steer it, I mean, obviously we do have self-driving cars now, but you get the point.
Hmm.
Like if you're not
Hmm.
steering it in the right direction, you can
Yeah.
just like come to an island like, hey, build me a you
Yeah.
know, a complete funnel
Hmm.
with
Yeah.
nurturing and what, like it will just spew out, you know, pure crap,
Yeah,
you know.
100%. And
So
I think that's a good point that you made because I'm sure you heard this term of like AI slop. But if you
yes,
actually dive deep into what that is, like the human mind, you're burning calories while you're thinking, right? So it's
yes,
very, very convenient for the human mind to
to
push that
avoid
on
thinking.
to another entity. It's very
Yes,
convenient to do that. And trust me,
yeah,
people have fallen into that trap. What you want to
yeah,
do is have AI as your sidekick. You still have to think. You still have to do that.
yes,
Don't just throw everything to AI and
yes,
then like a wishing well. It's
yeah,
not there yet.
yeah.
At least at this time, we know it's not there yet. Maybe it'll get
It's
there
so
soon.
funny seeing funnels and copy that are so clearly AI. It's like it's not this, it's that. You know, the best way in and it's like you get so used to reading AI that you
Yeah.
just look at, oh,
Hmm.
nope, AI, go away.
Yeah.
But like
No, it's
even
true. And
even with lead magnets that people are
hmm.
running, like they're so
Hmm.
bad now because like people
Yeah.
give the, oh, you can make magnets with it, which obviously you can, you know. Like when
Yeah.
I make a super
100%.
long guide, obviously AI helped
Hmm.
me to an extent,
Yes.
but
Yes.
you are
Hmm.
you know, kind of guiding it through, okay, go this way, do this that
Hmm.
way. You're still
Exactly.
using your own
Exactly.
words. like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like Claude, please help me fix my grammar. I don't want to sound dumb.
Yeah.
You
Hundred
know, that
percent.
type
Hundred
of stuff.
percent.
But
It's
like when
true.
I see people go to like they open up a Claude session and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, build me an entire funnel for whatever with email marketing and SMS
Mm-hmm.
responses and what." And I'm like, if you don't even understand the logic of why the a funnel is been built in a certain way, how do you expect a
Yeah.
machine that's trained on general data, like not
Yes.
specific data, to give you
Yes.
like
Yes. Yes.
the right output?
Correct. Correct. And it's true. And I think in one of your videos, you mentioned something about funnel hacking. And because I do that a lot. Like, trust me, if you know how many funnels I've been through, so
Because
many
I
funnels,
have the funnel hacker email, you know.
bro. I've been through so many funnels, bro. Like a lot, because I love to do that. I just love to see what people are doing. And the
Yeah,
amount of similar UI funnels that I've seen is scary.
yeah,
Like I don't know if you've seen it. There's this type of like sci-fi type of funnel that people are
yeah,
doing,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
I know it's from Claude. It's just like this layout, and it's usually like this blue
yeah,
color or orange color. You can tell that okay, here, and it's just crazy how human beings are. We're just special creatures, right? Because when
yeah.
one person does something, like
Yeah,
millions
everyone
of
just
people,
copies it. Yeah, and at the end of the day, they're all copying the same gurus. But
yeah,
like coming back to the point of like funnel hacking,
hmm
like people don't realize that's like your best coaching program,
facts,
because coaching
facts,
programs, you know, they're dated.
hmm
They're, I don't know, like they're from 5 years ago. He didn't even run
hmm
an agency or an info product before.
hmm
He's just talking, you know, theoretical stuff. But you
yeah,
go on like on Instagram, which you do, you waste time.
hmm
Everyone knows it,
yeah,
and you just get ad and you click on it and you go through the funnel
hmm
and okay, oh, he hit me with this email and I didn't do
hmm
this after a few minutes.
dude,
Oh, this is
yes,
actually very cool. Let me put
facts,
that into my notes, and
facts, facts.
that's how you turn at least you start getting productive by watching reels.
Productive by it's big
You know
facts.
that you learn, because look, I tried removing the Instagram thing. You can't live
hmm
without. Okay,
Yeah, you
like
need to
everyone
like
is on it. Like you'll be so socially outcasted. You know, it's like you're cutting your balls off if you don't
yeah,
if you're not on IG. So you might as well, you know, you might as well make it
bro.
worth something, which is just click
Yeah.
on every, like make it like that right now for anyone watching. Go
hmm
ahead to Gmail, make an email, call it
hmm
funnel hacker, I don't know, 9,450,
Yeah.
and start signing up to everyone. And please call yourself a funnel hacker, because when I get to it, then the funnel hacker pisses me off. So just tell them to delete you. You know, be nice about it a bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
just go through people's funnels because they're actively betting their money on it.
Yes.
And that's how you know if something at least has the possibility to work, because people are willing to bet something on it.
100%. 100%. 100%. That's true. And I've noticed like when like doing funnel hacking, and I even go like a step deeper. I have this app on my phone that
Mm,
bookmarks links.
okay.
So obviously I always nerd out. So not only am I bookmarking the links, but I have tags for the one. So
Mm,
like nice, I'll have a tag that says nice funnel or
yeah.
average funnel or poorly done funnel. So I'm
Yes.
like, okay, let me see what's bad, let me see what's okay, and let me see what's good. So I can go to that tag and I can see the list of all the funnels
Yes.
all the links that I got that are doing good. I'm like, okay, now let me now go through the stream to see the reason why they're doing good. And what I've noticed, bro, is that the best funnels are very easy to understand.
Yes.
There's no confusion,
Yeah. Fifth
and
grade
there's
language.
thank you, very little friction, very little
Yeah.
friction, and follow up sequences as well. Because I
Yeah.
even go into the level of the follow ups, right? And
Mm.
then one thing that I would say, bro,
Bro,
that a
I
lot of
hop on
people need to,
calls sometimes.
yeah, is that what?
I hop on calls, and like right now I'm a broker, you know, and tomorrow I'm a whatever, you know, and play into the entire act and the objection handling, and
You go down the mile. That's crazy. You even get on the
bro,
calls.
get the sales rep, you know, to spend 5 times objection handling just to tell him no, bye. You know, at a
Bro,
certain
you're
point,
funny, bro.
hopefully when I have enough money, I might start buying this stuff just to get into just to see their onboarding sequence.
That's crazy. I feel bad, so I don't even like I don't hop on the calls, but that's crazy that you do that though. That's
Bro, you
crazy.
hop on the call, you know, you
Mhm.
act like as a random white old guy, and
Yeah, that's so funny.
just
Yeah,
get the
but yeah,
script.
crazy. But what I wanted to mention that I've noticed a lot of people do that's very annoying is the follow up SMSs. Like
Mm,
I think I got on. I did one guy's funnel just to go through it, bro, this guy sent me, it was almost 10 messages in the span of 1 hour. I'm like,
Okay.
what are you doing, bro? Like, if someone doesn't reply to three, I understand that you want to give them time, but sending me 10 different messages in the span of one
I don't know
hour is
how that doesn't
insane.
get banned.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro. And people are doing that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, and then it's clearly like not you. It's obviously we know it's not you, but it's clearly not you. You've obviously put something in go ahead level where you have your workflows firing, but you have to be strategic with your outreach. Like, don't
Yeah.
just go into Claude, spit out copy, and then just do multiple. First of all, you're spending so much money on your SMS costs doing that. But be
Yeah.
strategic with it when you do your outreach. Speed to lead is also important as well. So if
Yeah.
you call them and instead of just sending a bunch of paragraphs long, there's always
Yeah.
huge paragraphs. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
people are busy. They don't have time to be reading
Yeah.
your novel that you're sending me an
Yeah.
SMS. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Whenever I ran
Yeah.
SMS and like I'm trying to follow up with people, usually like it's like max 2 first few days, like spaced out by a
Hmm.
few hours, and it's like a
Yeah.
text style message. And for people who don't know, you can send
Exactly.
9 messages now. There's ways to do
Yeah.
that, send them
Hmm.
through and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Exactly.
But like,
Exactly.
hey, bro, did you watch this? So like,
Yeah.
hey, yo, G, and it's like you make it sound like an SMS, at least like it might be believable a bit. But one
Exactly.
thing, like
Exactly.
what you said, like I don't think it works, like spamming people. But
Hmm.
also, I guess like one other thing, and this is going into an interesting just marketing conversation overall, which is
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
But people need to be skeptical of everything and even of themselves. So even if you're funnel
Mm.
hacking, if you don't
Yeah.
like something, here's what you should do: go on ad library, search up that exact ad that you went through, and if it's been running for 6 months, you're the problem if you don't like it. Like it's clearly working on someone,
It's
maybe
clearly
not you.
working.
you know
Yeah.
so it's like you always
100%.
like funnel hack and like make assumptions, but at the same time don't make too many assumptions, because sometimes
Hmm.
you might be the ignorant one.
That's true. No, it's facts. It's facts. It's facts. Looking at how long they've been running the ads for. It's
Yeah.
facts, bro. Yeah. And you can clearly see the difference between like an advanced marketer and a regular. Like sometimes I'll go in their ad library and I'll see 7 ads active. And I'll go in another person's ad library, you see 146 active.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy's going crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm,
like it's honestly like people don't realize that anything you need to learn in this game,
mm,
like the paid acquisition game, it's
yeah.
all on ad library. Like
Yeah. It's
you,
true.
you
It's
just need
true.
to funnel like you don't need any courses, you don't need any
Hmm.
videos, you need eyes,
Hmm.
a notes app to screenshot
Yeah.
and type stuff in and just go through people's funnels.
100%.
Like if you
100%.
wanted to start any offer tomorrow in any market,
Hmm. Hmm.
you have the best source of data. Like
100%.
literally something people are gambling on every day,
100%.
right in the open.
100%. 100%. And then if you want to nerd out like me, obviously I go like really
Yeah.
deep. If I see an ad, I'm pretty sure you know how to do it, but you know how to get their ad library link specifically from the
Yes.
ad. So I do that, and then you can have, if you have Claude or you
Yeah.
can connect it to your Telegram, you can just drop the link there. You have a skill. The
Yeah.
skill is going to go in there, transcribe it. So there's a lot of like you can if your goal is to say, hey, I want to make the best funnel possible.
Yeah.
2026 now, the
Yeah.
technology that we have, you're able to do that with less effort because
Yeah.
you build your skill on Claude. It goes through its whole shebang, its whole process. You strip the transcripts, see what the pain points are, what they're mentioning, what they're doing good, what they're not doing good, and then you have that as your source of truth when you're fixing up your funnel as well.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. I know we wanted to talk about, because obviously we're marketers, so we can go in different lanes with this.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's stuff to do on the front end, and then there's
Yeah.
stuff to do on the back end, right?
No,
So
there's an infinite amount of things to do,
mhm,
and you just have
yeah,
to try. You just like
exactly.
we have so much stuff that we can do now, especially with it. Like you pay $100 a month to Claude,
Hmm.
and you have this thing that doesn't stop working. You just need
Yes,
to know how to use it.
use it.
And
Yeah,
it's like I don't know. You want to plan a YouTube video? Use your brain a bit. Search up that term you wanna make a
hmm,
video on. Get Claude
yeah,
to go through all the winners, all their
100%,
transcripts, all their
100%.
whatever, and
Hmm.
not like it's again. Like the question always comes back to how much data and feedback you can build your assumptions on, and the more
Correct.
data you have, either for you or for the AI or for the algorithm or whatever,
Hmm.
the more
Hmm.
data you have, the more your assumptions will be closer to the truth. And the
Exactly.
closer your assumption is to the truth,
Hmm.
probably the more money you will make at the end of the day.
100%. 100%. That's facts, bro. That's facts. Yeah, no, and it's true, bro. Because like even with me, um, so like even with me in terms of like doing persona research, I've stopped just telling. I mean, the crazy thing is that Claude even has the ability to search Reddit and go into
Yeah.
reviews. I've tried to say, okay, let me sit down and do this manually, because
Yes.
if I can get a few personas manually, Claude can help me amplify on those personas
Yes.
versus just one-shotting it with Claude and then telling it to go do it and go find some personas. It might not be the actual personas that you're looking for. So go into Reddit, go into the reviews, actually look at them. And then once
Yes.
you have maybe 2 or 3 or 4 personas, then you can now give it to Claude and say, hey, Claude, these are personas that I found. Expand on this. Let's see if there's anything that you can add, remove, what,
Yeah.
So let's treat it as your sidekick. Don't just one-shot
Yes.
it. Just say,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy that if someone asks you what's the best advice you'd give them as a marketer, like
Mm.
you could sum it all up to just look,
Yeah. Yeah.
like just look at marketing. Like that's the best advice. Like just look at what people
Facts.
say, like
Mm-hmm.
what people are doing, and that's
Mm-hmm.
about like you don't need any courses, you don't need to buy anything. Literally, like just look at
100%.
reviews, look at what
100%.
people are liking, not liking, what people are
Mm-hmm.
posting,
Mm-hmm.
funnels, and
100%.
it's the most OP thing you can do, and it's the free thing too. So
Yes,
that's what makes
exactly.
it nice.
Exactly. Trust me, I don't know. I can't tell you how many courses I've watched so many courses in the past, but I'm telling you, the power that we have right now with the
Yeah,
value that people are putting out on YouTube and then Claude, it's infinite right now. It's
yeah,
infinite,
yeah.
I think
Just
the
reverse
course days
engineer.
are, yeah, exactly reverse engineer. 100%, man.
I don't think the course days are. I think they're over in their current style.
Mm,
In the
mm,
current like
mm.
pre-recorded,
Yeah,
information style.
yeah.
I think
Mm-hmm,
that's done. But
mm-hmm.
I think it's going like if you see all the gurus now, they have their own AIs.
Yeah.
Like they have that,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean, like Claude is coming for all of them,
Yeah,
with the
100%.
voices and
100%.
everything. But
Mm-hmm.
it's always going to be the specific advice
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that people will pay for. So it's just like
Yeah.
I think the format of consumption will change, but
100%.
at the end of the day, people will always want to talk to someone who has very specific, deep knowledge
That's why I
on
like
any
school.
topic.
That's why I
Yeah,
like school, bro. Because school fixed that problem where it wasn't just, okay, I'm gonna get this course and that's it. But now you can have a course within a community.
yeah,
So as you're watching the course, you can ask the course creator or even get on the group calls or whatever. So
yeah,
I take advantage of school as well.
yeah,
In
yeah.
terms of that course
Yeah.
section. So I
Honestly,
love school.
school, I like the school on the product side, on serving the product side, on the
Hmm.
acquisition side. So, like I ran a school funnel before.
Hmm.
I ran, I don't know, like tested 200K on ads on it.
Oh wow.
Um, and bro, school funnels are so bad because the platform is bad.
Hmm.
Like it's so limited in a lot of stuff. So like
Yeah,
they don't
tracking too,
allow
I think is what.
tracking is fucked. Like they limit how many questions you can ask on the forums.
Yeah,
Like the onboarding sequences, like they make people take 13 steps. I remember counting them because I needed to CRO. They make people take 13 steps to get into your group if you're running it as a lead magnet.
okay. I mean, as
Or
in, like when they see the ad and then,
when they click on the ad, they
um,
have to take 13
okay,
steps to get
yeah.
to the value. Like
The
there's
one
so
that
much
I,
friction.
the one that frustrated me a little bit is when they click on the ad. You know that I'm obviously you know this, but when you click on the ad, it's opening the browser within Instagram,
Yeah.
so your login details are not there.
Yes,
People for so especially for school.
bro. 13 steps. Why? Because look, I can't remember them exactly, but look, they have to watch the VSL or whatever you want to have. They need to
Yeah,
click on the button, okay? Now, you need to make them type their email because when a user signs up for your group, school doesn't give you the email, so you have to
yeah,
get them to type it. You have to
yeah,
ask them the other questions that you need to ask, whatever.
yeah.
Then when they
Mhm.
click next, now it makes them create an account. Create an account, first name, last name, birthday. They need to create a bio. And then when they click next, they need to add a picture now. So now when they click
Mhm.
to add a picture, guess
Mhm.
what? iPhone prompts them to allow them to access their library. So now they have to
Mhm.
click allow. And then like it's
Yeah,
these infinite sequences of steps to
yeah,
finally get to the value of the group that
yeah.
it's one of the worst funnels I've ever ran.
Man, that's crazy. Okay.
I like the
'Cause-
platform, like the platform
mhm.
as the product itself, where you have people in and like it
Yeah,
communicates. And
100%.
I like the fact that it's
Mhm.
simple and there isn't too much stuff
Mhm.
going on.
Yeah.
But like as a funnel, I don't know. Like I ran this like a year ago, so
Okay.
maybe things have changed.
Mhm. Mhm.
But that was one of my worst
Yeah,
funnel
no,
experience.
I have some clients that I run school funnels for, and then what
Mm.
I've done, bro, to try and like fix that friction issue is getting them onto a lander free
Yeah, and then
school because
we
thank you. Because guess what? We can get their phone, get their email, and then if they fall into that friction, we can help them on the back end versus just
yes,
sending them directly into school that way. So that's
yeah,
kind of how I circumvent. And then
yeah,
also in the ad too, you let them know, hey, click the link in my bio. Once you open it up, click the three dots. Like you have to walk people like
yes. People don't
like they're
realize how
crazy.
retarded the cold audiences are. They're like treat them like apes.
You just walk them through.
Bro, they're not real. I swear.
Just walk them through step by step. And sometimes even me too, like I like when people guide me like that because sometimes I might
Yeah,
be busy, I might be doing something.
yeah,
Okay, you do this, do that, do this, do that, and then
yeah,
you reduce the friction that way. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But it's
100%.
crazy. It's freaking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Anyway,
bro.
bro, very good conference. I think this shouldn't even be posted as testimony. It should be posted like as a a rant,
Yeah,
marketing rant episode. So, bro,
yeah.
I'll post it. I swear, I'll post it on YouTube, like as is.
Nice, nice, nice,
So
nice,
yeah, bro. But
nice.
good talk, very good talk.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure. Yeah,
Cool,
great,
bro.
great questions too.